Welcome back, Outdoor Minimalists. Today I'm going to help you answer the question of which water filter should you bring backpacking? So before I overview the ones I have in front of me right now, I want to explain the difference between a water filter and a water purifier. So a water filter is typically used in North American backcountry travel because it strains out protozoan cysts and bacteria. And that's really all we need as far as coverage goes if we're backcountry traveling. And most of these are just water filters. Water purifiers, on the other hand, also filter out and combat viruses. And the only option I have with me here today that both filters water and purifies water is the Lifesaver Wayfarer pump filter system. So now I'm just going to overview what all of the water filter options are. A really traditional and classic filter system that allows you to filter a large volume of water and works in very, very shallow waters is a pump filter system. This usually has a replaceable internal element or filtering system. The Wayfarer one, like I said, also purifies water, which makes it highly versatile for international travel. It's very precise in its filtering, but a few of the cons of a pump filter from any brand is that it's going to be heavier. So this is all of the components inside, and this is like the standard element that you'll need. And the element itself is quite heavy. They're a bit bulkier, they're heavier, and they're honestly a little bit overkill for standard campers and backpackers. If you're someone that goes deep into the backcountry, maybe you're traveling with a group, or you do a lot of international travel, a pump filter may be right for you. They're a bit of a chore when it comes to filtering because you have to put it all together, put it into the water source, and then actually pump in order to get the water purified or filtered out. I could see these being really useful for a bit more intense expeditions, but for a standard backpacker, for the price and the amount of work that it takes to get clean water, this isn't my number one recommendation. The next option, and is the one that I use most often, is a gravity filter system. So the example I have with me today is the CNOC Outdoors Vecto and VersaFlow. The Vecto bags are what I have here and are actually made by the CNOC brand, and I have a full review of this filter system on my page if you want more details on how it works. And then this is the VersaFlow inline filter, which works very similarly to the Sawyer Filter. The Sawyer Filter tends to be a bit more popular than the VersaFlow for a variety of reasons. It has a slightly faster flow rate, but they work pretty much the same and are somewhat interchangeable. If you just want to purchase a CNOC bag to pair with a Sawyer Filter because you already have it, that's also an option. Something that I like about the CNOC Outdoors Vecto and VersaFlow is it can double as a gravity filter and a squeeze filter, which I'll overview in just a second. Gravity filters, how they work, you usually have at least a dirty bag. For this system, I have both a dirty and a clean bag. And so I would fill up the dirty bag, attach the bags to either side of the filter like you see here, and the dirty water would flow down through the filter. It's labeled for the water flow, and you would end up with clean water on the bottom. The other option for a gravity filter is to just have one bag. And some people will have the squeeze bag on the top or the gravity bag on the top and attach it to a water bottle, or just set it inside of something like a Nalgene, and then they can roll it down to turn it into a squeeze filter. You can also drink directly from this, which makes it into a semi-straw filter, but that's not typically a very popular option. Moving on to a squeeze filter. The example that I have today, other than the CNOC one that I showed that can double as a squeeze filter, is the standard Sawyer filtration system. These are quite popular because of the affordability and because of the ease of use. All you need to do is fill this little dirty bag up with water, attach your filter, and you can flow it right into a water bottle or any vessel that you use to hold water. Some people will have, please hold. Because the Sawyer filtration bags are honestly not that durable or that great in my opinion, a lot of people will pair it with something like the CNOC bag, or they will simply fill up a smart water bottle with dirty water and attach their Sawyer filter to the top, and you can drink directly from it, like so. This water bottle filter system is very popular for thru hikers or ultralight backpackers because it minimizes the amount of gear that you actually have to pack with you. Since we are on the topic of water bottle filter systems, the one example that I have here today is the Lifestraw Go filter. And I also really like these for backpacking because it also minimizes the amount of gear you have to bring. All you have to do is dip the water bottle into a water source, screw this cap back on, and you have clean water and you're ready to go. The only issue that I find with these water bottles specifically is if you need to filter water in order to cook. So this makes it a little bit difficult to fill up your pot for cooking versus like a squeeze filter or a gravity filter. You can just pour the clean water in. This one usually requires a bit of suction similar to a straw filter in order to get the water out and move through the filter component inside the water bottle. Last but certainly not least is a straw filter. A straw filter is quick and easy to use, it's ultra lightweight, and it is affordable. I don't love straw filters because the filter component inside, unlike a lot of these other ones, is not replaceable and it's much harder to clean. And unlike something like the VersaFlow or the Sawyer, you can't really backwash these ones or back flush these ones. So once the flow rate slows down in a straw filter, typically that means you just need to fully replace the mechanism. These do typically work quite well for emergency purposes and if you're just using them for an individual. So if you're used to traveling in a group of 2 or a larger group while you're backpacking, a straw filter may not be the best option. Choosing the right backpacking water filter system or camping water filter system is typically up to your intended use and your general preferences along with your budget. Something like the Lifestraw filter or this standard Sawyer filter will likely be among the most affordable options. But other options such as the CNOC Vecto and VersaFlow, or even just the CNOC Vecto paired with the Sawyer, is also a great option, especially if you sometimes travel with a partner while you're backpacking, or you like the option to fluctuate between how you actually use your filtration system. While I haven't reviewed all of these water filter systems on my channel quite yet, there are a variety of them that do have a full and in-depth review. So if you saw one here that I featured today and you want to learn more, go back to my page and find one of those videos. If you have any more questions about water filter systems and which one you might should use, if you have other questions about water filter systems and which one is the right one for you, leave a comment below and hopefully I will find the right answer for you.